guys. So this is the week where the Oakland Raiders are going to be hosting the Houston Texans this Sunday. If you're wondering, why I'm wearing this white Germany soccer jersey, it's because it's so burning here in California. For those of you who don't know, it's like 80, 90 degrees, 100 degrees everywhere in California, unless you drive up to Eureka or Crescent City or something. But whether it's San Bernardino to Los Angeles to Oakland to Yosemite, it's just burning everywhere in California this whole entire weekend. So got to wear some white. but as you saw earlier in this video, a tribute to George Blanda, rest in peace to what you can say a legend. The guy, well, he had such a remarkable career with the Houston Oilers, the Chicago Bears, and of course the Oakland Raiders. Especially late in his life, he played well for the Raiders, and it was a 26-year career, and he retired at the age of 48 initially. Great kicker and also a great quarterback for the Raiders during his late years. I mean, his career was like revived just when he played with us back in the day. So rest in peace. It's like we lost a lot of people this past year with John Wooden and Jack Tatum as well. But also a short rest in peace to Kenny McKinley, even though he's a Bronco. He did commit suicide, so not really much to him, but my condolences go out to his family and to the Broncos organization. I know I'm a week late on this, but last time when I made my preview video, it happened a little late. But on to the game, the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. How much does this team want it? That's the big question, is how much? Because the Oakland Raiders last week, they did their job for the most part when they went out to Arizona. They were able to get down the field, whether it was through penalty or through throws. Bruce Gradkowski, it was justified, the decision by Tom Cable and the coaching staff to put Gradkowski in, because for those of you who watched the game, Bruce Gradkowski was able to throw the ball, get down the field, and he showed no fear. Even when our offensive line was struggling and people were after him, he was still smart enough to throw the ball away at times. But unfortunately, the Cardinals' secondary was decent. And there were also times Bruce Gradkowski should have had interceptions more than what his stats showed. The Cardinals' secondary needs to learn how to catch the ball. There was a lot of luck there. But other than that, the offensive line was still a weakness. Still a lot of frustration out there. I mean, they couldn't pick up blitzes. They could not block for Gradkowski. And that's still a big weakness in this team. But as we all know, the biggest goat was Sebastian Janikowski. Last Sunday, he kicked a wide left, not a wide right, but a wide left that pretty much ended the game in anticlimactic fashion. Very depressing. The whole team played a whole 60 minutes, everyone but Janikowski. I could understand he missed a 50-plus yarder earlier in the game. But anything under 50, in the NFL, anything under 50 yards, you have to make it. I don't care what the situation is. I don't care what the weather is. I don't care about the crowd being noisy. You still have to make it. There's no excuse. So the biggest factor with this game is that the Raiders are considered a big underdog compared to the Houston Texans. People are saying this is their year. This is Houston's season to really make the playoffs, possibly win the division in the AFC South. They of course, they're loaded with weapons like Andre Johnson, and of course Matt Schaub is a very strong quarterback. Arian Foster is a good running back. We saw what he did against the Colts and lighting them up. And also on the other side of the ball, they have Mario Williams, who he silenced his critics after being the #1 pick overall. He's definitely been a very strong pass rusher, which is something the Raiders' offensive line is going to need to stop. So the biggest keys to this game go to the offensive line, and the second goes to the mental game. How much does Janikowski want to win this game? His job will be, or his head will be called for if he screws up another game like we just saw on Sunday. Because there was no excuse, as I said before, on what Janikowski did during the game. Really patheticness that we saw back last Sunday. The rest of the team, they're going to have their struggles. But the run defense did improve. Rolando McClain did stuff a lot of that run. We got to also avoid those pass interference penalties. There were a lot of those, rather frustrating. But Nnamdi Asomugha shut down Larry Fitzgerald for the most part. It was like one reception man-to-man, the other was in zone coverage. That touchdown by Fitzgerald was caught. But Asamoah shut down Fitzgerald majority of that game, and I could expect them to almost do the same to Andre Johnson. Of course, the other side of Asamoah with Stanford route, there's inconsistency. Even Walter McFadden was inconsistent. But on the offensive side of the ball, Darren McFadden, he's done his job, and I think Raider Nation and fans, myself alike, are very happy to see him really breaking out the first 3 games of the season. I expect him, hopefully, to maintain that consistent running game that we've been playing. So, as I said before, the offensive line and the mental game are the big keys to this game. Let me know in the comment section what you all think. And also, if you check the description down below, there's actually going to be a few shout-outs. A couple of Raider video makers who make some stuff before the game. They put much more better editing skills than what I put. They put their own spin and thoughts on the game before the game as well. So check out 2 Raider fans. That gets Junior's channel and Raider Dan. Those are 2 Raider fans who could use at least a few more views. So shout out to them. So as I say, we'll see y'all later. Go Raiders, and once again, rest in peace, George Blanda.